Egypt is a land of more than 80 million people. Many of the poorest live in rural areas. For over 50 years, the Kuwait Fund has been working with the Egyptian government to support economic and social development. Kamla Youssef lives in the village of Al-Alam. She is a grandmother with a large family and an expert basket weaver. She was one of the millions who spend their lives below the poverty line. She applied for a microcredit loan, a scheme specially designed to promote private enterprise. With the money she was awarded, she was able to start her own basket weaving business. She soon repaid her first loan. She is now on her third, and her business continues to grow.
I work with my daughters, and after sunset, other women from the town join us. There are sometimes 40 of us. I want to make the business 4 times bigger.
Over the last 20 years, the Kuwait Fund has loaned over $173 million to the Egypt Social Fund for Development. More than 1 million people have benefited from these loans. And the scheme has been very successful. 90% of the loans have been repaid. In Lebanon, civil war, foreign invasion and occupation has left many families impoverished and struggling to cope. In a suburb of Beirut, the St. John the Baptist School provides a home and education for vulnerable children. Sister Pascal Abdelnour was once a pupil at the school herself, and she knows it as a lifeline for many, regardless of ethnic or religious background.
They study, they stay here all the year. Some, they have lost parents. They have no other chance to go to other school because they don't have a lot of money.
Ilyas has been living in the boarding school since he was 7 years old.
This is like our second home. We spend here more time than we spend with our parents.
For years, the roof had leaked, the windows leaked. In winter, the children shivered. Sister Pascal applied for assistance. In 2006, the Kuwait Fund agreed to renovate her school. After extensive basic repairs, she was then able to add a new computer room and bring the school up to modern standards. The fund has now provided 26 schools in Lebanon. When Uzbekistan broke away from the former Soviet Union in 1991, the government had to restructure the country's entire economy. Healthcare services were desperately short of cash. Rural hospitals were most in need of modernization. Dmitry Alibek appears to have acute appendicitis. Without X-rays, ultrasound, or adequate diagnostic equipment, his condition would have been fatal.
During Soviet times, we were well equipped, but in the last 20 years, we were not getting any new equipment. Everything was worn out.
In 2006, the Kuwait Fund responded to a request to re-equip 171 clinics across the country at a cost of $21 million. Today, the new technology and training is transforming medical practice, and people are returning to their rural clinics with renewed trust. The next morning, Dimitri's family are relieved to find him recovering well. Nationwide, diagnosis has improved by as much as 80%, and the survival rate greatly increased. Every project demands a different response, but the Kuwait Fund is committed to those who require help the most. The Kuwait Fund, helping people help themselves.